So there's a large debate today on whether kids should get participation trophies or not, and I personally think that kids should not get participation trophies, and I think participation trophies hurt kids in a lot of ways and causes a lot of harm, and kids kind of lose respect for people and don't work hard for the things that they get if they get participation trophies. There was a New York Times article by Betty Burden, and it says trophies should be given out for first, second, and third. Should be recognized, but celebrated with words and a pat on the back rather than a trophy. And I completely agree. I think for working hard, you should be recognized, and maybe you didn't win, but you tried your hardest, and you should be recognized and be given a pat on the back and let them know that it was good for them trying their hardest, but not given a trophy. A trophy is something that you work for and that you're going to keep competing and trying your hardest so you can get that trophy and can be a winner. I think if you're handed a trophy just for participating, then you think, oh, well, I tried my hardest and I ended up getting a trophy. We may not have won, but I still got a trophy, and that's all that matters. I think there's no satisfaction from that. Kids need to learn to try their hardest and do their best, and learn that they're not always going to win. Life isn't like that. You're going to have rough times, but you need to learn to work your hardest and keep trying until you finally achieve what you're trying to achieve. And I think participation trophies totally take away from that. I think kids have lost a lot of respect too from getting participation trophies. That they think everything needs to be handed to them, and that they don't need to work hard for the things they want because it's just going to be handed to them and it's going to be easy. I think nothing in this life is going to come easy, and sports are a good way to teach that. Sports teach you that you need to work hard and you need to have discipline and you need to work your hardest to achieve what you want to achieve. Then you have a sense of urgency and a work ethic, and learn these great qualities from sports and realize that they aren't always going to win. Winning only comes from hard work, and I think it's very satisfying working hard for something that you want. I think of going to the gym. You go to the gym and you work your hardest and you push yourself and keep going and persevere through a lot of hard things, and eventually you look in front of the mirror and you see the changes that you have made from your hard work, and you say, wow, I did that, and it's something really cool, and you get more motivation to keep going and keep fighting and keep trying, and I think that's one of the most satisfying things. But if you're getting handed everything to you and you're getting a participation trophy for trying, then it's not as satisfying. You want to see those results and you want to get better. You want to learn to get better and be the best that you can possibly be. And I think participation trophies really take away from that, and it's really sad to see. There's another quote from the Elite Daily, and it says, "We get offended when someone criticizes us with the intention of helping us improve as human beings." I think that is totally true. I know personally, when I was little, my dad, after hockey games, would harp on me, and I mean, maybe I'd score 3 goals and I thought I had an awesome game, but my dad was still getting on me and saying, "Caden, you had 3 goals, but you could have had a couple more assists, man." And I mean, I've learned to love that. I love it when my dad tells me things I can do to get better, because I want to elevate my game and take it to the next level and the next level and next level and get better. I don't want a trophy saying, "Oh, you scored 3 goals, you're good, you don't need to improve," because you can always improve. There's no such thing as being the very best. Even when you're the very best, you can still improve and become even better. And that's life. That's what's fun. That's what makes life fun. And you want to be the best that you can be and keep improving and learn to love the grind and learn to enjoy getting better and getting better each day. And I think that's awesome. We can only learn from our mistakes. Sometimes you need to get hit to the ground and learn to get back up, because that's life. Life isn't easy. Life is going to have some challenges. You're going to get knocked on your butt sometimes, but you got to learn to get up, keep persevering, and fight to the very end. And that's how you're going to be successful. There's actually a graph from the here we have a graph from the Washington Post, and it shows they asked a bunch of adults on whether should kids get participation trophies. And so the dark blue is all kids get trophies, and then the light blue is only winners get trophies. And so they based it on the adult's income. So here we have 30,000. Here we have 30 to 45,000, and then 45 to 60,000, 60 to 75,000, 75 to 90,000, 90 to 110, and 110 plus. So as you can see, the light blue, who don't make as much, the light blue is a little lower, and the dark blue is a lot higher. So the people who make less money think all kids should get trophies and only winners, instead of only winners getting trophies. But as you can see, the more successful they are, they think only winners should get trophies instead of all kids getting trophies. So I think this poll right here shows that only winners getting trophies is going to motivate you to keep going and keep fighting, and you're going to be successful if you can learn that, and I think that's awesome. The other graph was, they did it by age. So we have 18 to 24, 24 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 54 to 64, and then 65 plus. And then it's the same thing. As you can see, the light blue is a lot higher the older they can get. I think the older generation, they worked their tails off. They did everything in their power to be successful, and they had good work ethic, and I think that's something that our generation really struggles with, and it shows that here, as the younger generation thinks that we should get more participation trophies, and I think it's showing in schools today. The USA Today, in an article in USA Today, they had a poll, and it says, in a first of its kind survey, the Harris poll asked 2,250 adults last fall to compare their memory of school dynamics when they were students with today. The percentage of respondents who agreed with the statement, students respect teachers, dropped from 79% to 31%. And kids are getting so disrespectful because they think everything should be handed to them. My mom is a school teacher, and she says year by year it gets worse and worse. Kids just don't have any respect these days, and I think a lot of that is from them thinking they just deserve the world. They don't need to work hard for the things that they want, and I think that is very sad. And I think participation trophies play a huge role in that. And so I believe if we take away participation trophies and we show kids that losing is okay, losing happens. It's life. You're gonna lose in life. You're gonna get knocked on your butt, but all that matters is you get back up, you keep going, keep working hard, and you're gonna have a successful life. You're gonna get that job you want. You're gonna reach your goals. You're gonna learn to be satisfied from working hard. And I think if our generation can learn that, we're gonna have a lot of success, and I think that's super awesome. So, do I think that participation trophies are bad? Yes. I think that if we take them away, kids will be a lot more successful, and I think our future will be a lot better if we take away participation trophies.